All right, so this month, the month of March, the Home Building and Remodeling Show is going to be focusing on doing a bathroom remodel from the remodeling side and also from the interior design side. And our topic of the workshops that we're going to put out, the topic of the podcast is going to center around bathroom remodeling. So I've got Courtney, our interior designer, with us today, who specializes in kitchen and bath remodels and design. And we're going to talk about 10 bathroom remodel and design ideas that can revolutionize your home.
Yes.
All right. And I know you've got your list, and so we'll start with your number one.
So speaking on the idea of revolutionizing, that always it applies to different people in different ways. So some of these can be considered trends, and some of them actually are revolutionary to really anybody in any place they're at. So the first one that we're really seeing for 2024 is the mixing of warm and cool tones. As of recently, it's really been more of that cool on cool, the gray on white kind of coloring. Now it's becoming more the richer, more saturated, kind of earthy feels to it, which allows it to transition.
And then just color in general, correct?
Yes.
Right? So neutrals, so for a contractor like me, gray, everything's gray. The walls in here are gray. So gray and white is a very typical...
It's a safe space.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a safe space, and there's nothing wrong with a safe space by any means. If that's something that brings you joy and happiness and it is tone on tone, don't ever let somebody tell you that's wrong.
Right.
It's not. Trends are trends for a reason. They're just things that come in and out of our lives, just like clothing. They kind of preempt the market to move for things to create different looks. If everything remained the same all the time, well, I would be out of a job, number one.
That's right. That's right.
So there wouldn't really be anything fun or visually intriguing about where we're going in the future. So color is actually one of the other ones on my list.
Awesome.
So yes.
Hey, April is going to be our paint month, and we are going to dive into color consultation. So this is good. This is a good lead in for us.
Yes.
So talk to me about color.
Okay, so color, not only within tile, but also paint. I was recently just at the Biloxi flooring market, and there was just a plethora of really cool, rich, saturated tones. And we're not talking about your bright, like Lego blues and reds.
Yeah.
I'm talking about more of your European influences, that kind of mustardy color, persimmons, the really rich...
Like mustard.
Like mustard. Now, it doesn't have to be French's mustard. We can go fancy and go like Grey Poupon. But yeah, mustard tones.
Really?
Really big. Same thing with the greens. The rich, saturated, kind of olivey greens.
So, and what about, we have been in kitchens, in our new construction side especially, we've been doing a lot of like a hunter green.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes. Yep.
All right. And I thought, again, that's one of those things that I didn't think hunter green or gold was going to come back. So these colors it's a big circle.
It's cyclical.
Right? Oh, yeah, cyclical.
It is
there
cyclical.
You go.
However, we're blending these colors in a different way. If you remember hunter green, when that was first prevalent, it was really mixed with cranberry.
Oh, really?
It was cranberries and hunter greens. I know you people out there know. You've had it in your home.
Yeah,
yeah, it
no
was
doubt.
Cranberry and hunter greens.
Yeah.
So now, instead of utilizing the cranberry tone as the complementary tone, they're going more into like a warmer taupey tone.
Okay.
That has a little bit of a softer, almost a mink feel to it. Not a lot of yellow.
Gotcha.
It's still very neutral feeling, but is color.
Okay.
Yeah, so color. Cool. Mixing metals.
Mixing metals.
This isn't that new. It's still a trend because it's becoming a little bit more involved in the fact that if you think about a light fixture, you generally think one color.
Yeah.
Well, now you may have a bathroom wall sconce or even a kitchen chandelier where the main neck of that chandelier wall sconce is gold. Okay. And then it has a wrap of a black accent and then silver. Well, guess what?
Okay.
That means you get to play with all those tones. So if that light fixture has 3 different metals, my hardware can be one. So
let me ask you this. In new construction, when we're talking to the client, a lot of times they want a standard, like brushed nickel throughout, a gold throughout. And now you're saying not only are you mixing that, but the actual fixture itself could be mixed metal.
Yes.
That, to me, that's cool.
Yes.
Very cool. That also is prevalent in an industrial look too, right?
It can go multiple ways. Right now, I'm doing one of our clients' homes. It's a little more Art Deco.
Gotcha.
Which Art Deco is a lot of golds and a lot of blacks.
Yeah. I love that look too. It's sleek.
It is.
Right? Okay.
It's sleek. There's a little bit of a modern edge with like kind of that retro twist. The good thing is design. You can blend designs together. It's just all about continuity.
Yeah.
Repeating the same thing throughout the home, but just in different ways.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. So,
awesome.
Mixing metals.
All right. And then let's recap. So number 1 was?
Warm and cool tones were no longer limited.
Number 2?
Color.
Yep. And number 3?
Is our mixed metals.
Awesome. Okay. And what's number 4?
Lighting.
Yeah. So I know, a little bit about this.
Yes.
You all are trying to get me to carry lighting in the showroom because it's so prevalent.
It is.
Variations, sconces, things that usually from a contractor's perspective we weren't putting in. Now we're putting them in. Okay.
Lighting's kind of like the jewelry of the home.
Yeah.
It really
the
is.
Jewelry. Got it.
Is.
Yeah.
You don't want to overdo it, and like Coco Chanel said, before you leave the door, take one thing off. Same thing with the lighting. You don't want to go overboard.
Yeah.
But lighting is really important for function as well.
Okay.
I mean, as a woman, it drives me bananas when I go in somewhere and I cannot even see my face in the mirror because the lighting is so dim.
Yeah.
Well, when you go into somebody else's house, same problem.
Look, Asia's sitting in the back nodding her head.
Yeah, no
That's
woman
funny.
wants to have to get dressed or put her makeup on in the dark. It's not fun. You get in the car and you're like, oh, I didn't know I was going as a clown today.
Gotcha.
Fun.
Yeah. Well, and two, like for me in my home, not only do we have different types of fixtures, but like the actual bulbs.
I love how he's calling himself out on this.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're different lights.
Yeah, they're all different. Like, so, our outside, and I hate this, our outside lights have that very bright orange.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't stand that one. So I've swapped a lot of those out. But like in our living room, we have an older fan. That light color is different than the LED light. So, and it messes with your eyes.
It does.
Not just for look and from the interior design perspective, but I've noticed that when you go from room to room with different light variants.
Transitioning.
Yeah. So with me having glasses and getting older.
We're
right?
the same age. Do not say stuff like that. Not
knocking on the door. Yeah. So, okay. So, but lighting. Okay. And that also goes back to tying into the mixed metals, right? Okay.
It certainly does. So that's kind of touching on 2 points. Is lighting is fun. It doesn't need to be brushed nickel or black or gold throughout the whole house. We can mix it up. But also too how it functions. It needs to have a function. That's why you have lighting over your island. That's why you have lighting over your dining table. There are places that you need to be able to see what you're doing.
And part of the joy of working with interior designers as a builder, again, we care about what things look like. We care about the quality of what we do. Yeah. But a lot of times we're not thinking of the form, function, space planning part that you do.
Yeah.
And, the pendant lights over the island aren't just for looks.
No.
That's where the function is. Yes. Or, the sconces or, just different light placement. So as a part of a new build, you actually go through and do placement with the homeowners.
And we discuss needs.
Yeah.
Like in a bathroom, a lot of people don't know, having, and it is kind of dependent on the space, but it is ideal to have an overhead light and 2 side lights. That's why it's framing your face, giving you a little better and more natural, almost outdoor lighting exposure.
Gotcha.
So.
Well, and another one, I'll call myself out again. I don't do any work at home, okay?
So I need
it's
to
very
go to
tough.
your house.
Yes.
Talk to Roma.
So
we'll
check this out. We have lights over our mirrors and the vanity lights. Then we have an overhead light, but the shower actually does not have a light in it. And it's actually darker back there. Yeah. So I need to go in and put in a light over the shower. I just haven't done it. But I can tell you it makes a difference.
It does.
And where the lights are located, the light placement in our master bathroom is terrible.
Yeah.
So I can speak to how important it is for lighting to be proper in a bathroom remodel.
Yeah. And that is one thing about remodels that people don't realize is that home wasn't built for you.
Yeah.
And it wasn't built with you in mind. So when you're going into a remodel, it is, you're looking at it as, how is this now going to benefit me?
That's right.
And
Yeah,
that's what it needs
absolutely.
to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so lighting.
Awesome.
The next one after that is soaking tubs.
Soaking tubs. Okay.
Soaking tubs. People are more into, relaxing, work-life balance,
Yeah.
health, what that means to us. We're starting to realize, running the rat race at home, you want to go home.
But listen, you're not talking about garden tubs, right? So let's clear that up because
let's
we
not mix those up.
had all these homes where people wanted garden and jetted tubs and things like that.
That was a trend.
And then our company, over the past 7 years, have been ripping those out and putting these big old walk-in showers in its place.
Yes.
And now we're it's not the same because it's not a garden tub.
No, it's not.
But we are going into the soaker tubs, right?
Yes.
Back into
we don't need this tub to fit 4 people like a garden tub.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to fit 1 person comfortably, too, if you're really friendly.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that also speaks to one of the other trends that we were going to pop onto, and I'm just going to hit it a little early, is aging in place.
Okay.
So one of the big reasons why garden tubs are coming out is because of, like we were talking about this is baby boomers, getting up into that age bracket.
Sure.
Getting in and out of those garden tubs, I don't want to do it.
Right.
I can't imagine anybody else wanting to do it. I mean,
Right.
I've got my glass of wine in one hand and a slippery surface down there. No.
Yeah.
So again, it's going into aging in place. Soaking tubs, you have a tiny lip on the edge of it, so much easier to get in and out of, and especially if you want that muscle relaxation, focusing more on that, massage aspect of it, that's what we're getting to.
So let's dive into some of the aging in place because it's a longer topic than just the list. With the aging in place, you're basically making it to where as they get older and they may eventually need a walker or a wheelchair or things like that. Mm-hmm. Let's hit on a couple of the specific things. So for us, we have put in things like the seamless entry into the shower.
That is huge.
That's huge.
That
okay.
is huge.
And
not only for being ADA compliant if you're a rental home or what have you, but also I've worked with a lot of clients whose children have disabilities, walking them into a shower with a zero entrance. And then, of course, as you get older, and we all don't want to think about it, but it's good to think about it.
It is.
We want to be able to take care of ourselves in our own homes.
Yeah.
That's a big, big part of why aging in place has become so important. And if you have the space that will allow you to stay in your home comfortably, why wouldn't you invest that money into it?
Absolutely.
Versus having to move to somewhere else and spend additional funds or go,
right.
live with family.
And some of the additional things besides like the ADA aspect, like grab bars and things, is like sometimes lowering the countertops to the appropriate height, and different things and features like that. Yes. Even when you do the walk-in showers that are seamless, we're also putting in benches. And what is popular, and I love it, is the I think they're more like a teak, that the fold down. Yes, I love those. They look good,
and they're also great for space. So if you are needing to use a walker or wheelchair and you have to bring it in the shower with you, it's much easier to get your chair or get your walker in there, fold it down, and then sit down versus maneuver around a stationary bench.
See, and I wasn't even thinking about the space saving aspect. I just like the feature.
It is cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a
awesome.
Cool feature.
Okay, so aging in place.
Yep, that's one of the big ones right now. We are also seeing a lot of large format tiles.
Yeah.
Large format tiles.
Oh, my goodness. And you guys are blowing my mind with the tile that we're getting into our showroom.
Yes.
And then you showed me, what did you call that? A match? What was it? Where the corner?
So it's called book match.
Book match.
So book match basically means when you have tile, and I'm just going to use this, which is funny because it is trends and influences.
There you go. Nice.
When you're looking at a piece of tile that's not book match, it just means that the pattern kind of goes everywhere. Yeah. And usually in a bundle, there's about 4 to 6 tiles that have their own pattern.
Yeah.
Well, when they're book matched, it means that you actually have tiles that when you put them side by side, the picture goes across it fluidly.
Yeah, and after we get done recording, I want to go and show the audience how cool, because y'all blew my mind with that.
Yes,
because
they're amazing.
It was not 2 of the same pattern tiles or color. It was a floral pattern, two completely different, and it matched.
It's not different patterns. It actually is just different colors.
Okay.
It's the patterns
Yeah.
that
The
make it
pattern's
look
the
different.
same, but it looks different because
Yep.
of the colors. Got you.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's huge, but not even on a large format scale for like showers. We talked about this at market. Is most people are looking at for a shower wall to save money, a 24 by 42 or 16 by 36. Well, now they're doing and getting better at it. The porcelain sheets.
Gotcha.
And I don't know if you've seen those yet or not. We've got some at the wholesale distribution center. So a whole porcelain sheet basically can redo one shower.
Wow.
It can do the back wall
Wow.
and the side walls, and the pattern flows across the whole shower.
Okay.
It's unbelievable. Now, you do have to have some knowledge and take some training
Sure.
courses like you all supply.
Yep.
Before you start to dive into those kinds of things.
So is this kind of like the onyx where onyx, it's a whole sheets that we stick in onto the walls,
Sort of, but it's porcelain.
Yeah.
So onyx in its capacities only has, it can only do so much.
Yeah.
Porcelain, with the way that they inkjet everything, it will replicate the look of marble.
Gotcha.
I mean, it will fool you. It will. I'm a designer, and I
Yeah.
can look at small sheets, and until I turn it on its side and realize that the vein doesn't go all the way through, sometimes I can't tell.
Wow.
So that's how amazing that stuff is. So
Awesome.
yes, so large formats is definitely a huge, huge hitter, and that helps with grout lines too.
Yeah.
Again, aging in place. You don't want to be scrubbing your shower.
Well, and we're getting that a lot too, and why people are going to the alternative materials such as an onyx shower system is because there are a lot of people who cannot stand to clean grout, and so the larger format you don't have as many grout lines, right?
Exactly.
So okay, makes sense.
And all these, for the most part, have we've talked about before, rectified edge.
Yes.
So very minimal grout lines. So large format, sustainability is
Yes.
another one.
Okay.
That hit a little harder on the West Coast. It's slowly easing its way over here to the East Coast. But, having a sustainable product, for tax benefits, but also, too, for the future.
Yeah.
If you're going to be selling that home or if your children are going to be moving into it, that makes a huge impact.
Right.
On overall your money, but
Yep.
also the environment. I'm a huge green person. One of my favorite countertop companies is Cambria Stone.
Yeah.
They recycle even their own water. They
Wow.
recycle their own quartz dust.
Wow.
I mean, I'm going to spend the extra money for a
Sure.
company who cares that much about my future.
Absolutely. And sustainability, and design and everything. So it's more about the energy efficiency and cost savings as well. People don't understand
Yes.
that something like a bathroom can save you money
Yeah.
when designed properly with sustainable materials as well.
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, we even found that out with lighting.
Yeah.
Changing out your lighting.
Yes.
I
yes.
mean, that
yes.
again falls into sustainability.
Right.
So-
And this does affect, your power bill. I mean, moving forward,
Yeah.
that when you're on a fixed income and you're aging in place, every little thing helps.
Yeah.
So something as simple as sustainability and design helps with that carbon footprint, which reduces your bills. And
Yes.
people don't. Again, the West Coast has embraced it and it's moving this way. And I actually am a certified green builder.
I love that.
So I learned a lot about it. Now, have we built a green home yet? No, we haven't.
I can be the first.
But right, there you go. But it is coming, and it's not just about the eco-friendly part of it, but these sustainable materials are really directly affecting your bottom line.
Yes.
At home.
Yes.
With your budget.
100%.
Awesome. Okay.
So sustainability, hand-formed is becoming a largely popular tile specifically.
Okay.
So the idea of being an artisan is getting back to the market. People
Yeah.
no longer want what's mass-produced, what everybody has.
Agreed.
The Zellage tile has really hit the market hard, and Zellage traditionally comes out of Morocco. It's a clay. Every piece is hand-formed.
Really?
Every
Wow.
piece. So no two are going to be alike in the true edge, which is called like undulated or hand-formed. It just means kind of wavy.
Yeah.
But also even the coloring is never going to be the exact
So
same.
then, okay, in that case, for us, you really need a client who wants that and understands it, right?
And embraces that.
Yeah, because
Yes.
which I love, even when sometimes when we're dealing with the mosaics or the stone, they don't match perfectly, and then that's
Yes.
what it's supposed to be.
Correct.
But it takes somebody who understands that,
And
right?
a designer to convey that to you.
Yeah.
It is one of those other things where if you go into a showroom and you've got a 12 by 24 inch sample sitting there that has a really pretty light gray bloom through it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh gosh, I love that tile. Well, guess what? That tile is actually a V5 variance, meaning not every tile looks the same.
Yeah.
Well, that really pretty light bloom, there's a ton in there that have a really dark, heavy, saturated gray. And you're like, that's not what I expected.
Yeah. And
Well,
you
it
know
needs
what?
to be conveyed.
That also is that I've noticed that with countertops too,
Yes.
where you can get
It
your
is.
veining is different, the color variation is different, things like that.
Yeah.
And so you can end up, you really got to know, and it's your
And
job.
have a guide.
Yeah. Have a guide.
Let me be your spiritual designer guide.
There you
I will
go.
walk you through this.
I love that.
Yeah, it's about knowing, having somebody who's knowledgeable in what they do, which I truly believe. If you're going to be giving people advice, you need to be able to speak on that advice, not just speak.
That's right.
So, yeah, and not to deviate away from our subject.
But no, honestly, let's talk about cost for that though. I would imagine it has to cost more than traditional box tile.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And I mean, handcrafted, right?
Yes.
Is what any handcrafted anything
Anything.
should cost more.
It should.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
and if you think about it, when people talk about gifts made from the heart,
Yeah.
are more than something bought off of a shelf.
Absolutely.
Same thing when it comes to artisans out there. I would never want to take somebody's hard work, their craft, and say, well, hold on, they have something that looks like that at Lowe's.
Yeah, buy it in bulk.
Well, Lowe's had a machine that tried to replicate what took me years to actually learn how to do and
Sure.
perfect. So yeah, it does take somebody who understands and really embraces that idea of, I know where this came from. There was a
Absolutely.
guy and his son and his wife all making this over in Morocco.
Absolutely.
I love the story behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So
So we have
handcrafted.
hand-formed.
Got
Yep,
it.
hand-formed, handcrafted. Where are we at next? I have spa features, but then I also have bathrooms. So they are kind of two different things.
Okay. So a spa-like
So-
bathroom, spa features, and what did you say?
Bathrooms.
Spa.
So it's a spa
Bathrooms.
bathroom.
Okay.
Bathroom.
Got it.
So spa-like features different from like a bathroom. So spa-like features are where people are going from that regular shower head and now they're doing the rain head.
Gotcha.
With the really cool wands that come off. And if you've looked at some of Delta's new products, they have some amazing wands out there that are actually designed where at the very end of that wand, if you're used to looking at a shower wand, there's nothing on the top, right?
Yeah.
Well, now there's actually a nozzle
Yeah.
that you can spray down your shower with afterwards to remove all the all the soap and all that kind of
Yes.
stuff.
Yes. Yep.
So it actually helps you clean your shower and yourself.
There you go.
Brilliant.
Awesome.
So spa features, then bathrooms.
Okay.
Bathrooms is where you get those people who are like, this is my sanctuary.
True. Yeah.
This is my place. This
They're
is where
lighting
I
the
relax.
candles with the bubble bath and
Yes.
relaxing and doing the stuff.
What did you say about how many years people spend in their bathrooms?
Oh, so fun
Yes.
fact.
Yes.
The average person in their lifetime spends 1.5 years, a year and a half in the bathroom.
I want to know what
A year and a half.
I do want to know though what that lifetime is dependent on. Is this an 80-year-old lifetime? Is this
Yeah.
a 90-year-old
True.
lifetime?
I guess they're taking the average age,
Yes.
which is like 78. I don't know, but
don't know.
yes, a year and a half. Can you just imagine a year and a half of your lifetime is spent in your bathroom?
If it's in a bathroom, yes.
Absolutely.
Then I can picture it. So bathrooms, deviating away from just like shower heads. You have your spa showers, your sauna showers, your steam showers. I'm actually doing for one of our clients. It's over in Orange Beach. His shower is also going to be a sauna.
Yes,
So-
and we've done that. We
Yeah.
did it over in Mobile where we had, it was huge. It was probably, I think it was a 9-foot wide shower. They had double heads. They had diverters. They had the steam shower. And in the center, they had the rain head. I mean, a bench along the back wall. Like,
Exactly.
it really was something.
That's where you're elevating to
Yeah.
a bathroom,
Yeah.
not just, spa features. But again, that's coming down to us focusing more on our well-being and our health.
Sure.
So soaking tubs actually can be considered, a bathroom feature.
Okay.
The saunas, the steam rooms, the shower heads, also smart technology in
Okay.
bathrooms.
Yeah.
That's getting really big as well. People don't want to have to reach into their shower, turn it on, or get the spa settings.
Right.
They actually are getting panels put into their wall.
Yes, we've put in some panels. In that same bathroom, actually, we did
Yeah.
put in a panel.
Well, that way you can set it, get it ready, it does its thing, and then you're just ready to go in and enjoy your bathroom.
Now, what about the vanity areas of these? Is there different lighting? Is there...
Under cabinet lighting.
Okay.
Is that's normal for kitchens nowadays. It's called toe kick lighting.
Yep.
So a lot of cabinetry now for these bathrooms, you're adding in that really nice kind of soft ambient lighting. That way, if you're soaking in the tub, you don't have these harsh overhead lights.
Gotcha.
It's that soft, calming kind of atmosphere.
Gotcha. Okay, so bathroom. You heard it here
Bathrooms.
first. Maybe it's out there. I don't know. I heard
It
it
is
here.
out there.
I heard it here first from Courtney.
I'm not just making up words, I promise.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we're gonna go 1 through 10 all the way down.
I did not have these in order, by the way, so if I mix them up, my apologies.
All right, let's go.
Okay, warm and cool tones.
Got it.
We touched on that one. Color,
Got it.
mixed metals.
Mixed metals. Got it.
Yes. What do we do next? Aging in place, was that?
Aging in place.
Aging in place.
Yes.
Sustainability.
Sustainability.
Large format.
Large format.
Hand formed.
Hand formed.
Where are we at next? Spa features.
Spa features.
Yes. And then bathrooms.
Bathrooms.
We got them all.
That was only 9.
Oh, was it really? What did I miss?
Lighting. Or did you do lighting?
Lighting.
You didn't say lighting.
Don't forget lighting.
And lighting.
And lighting.
All right.
That's 10.
Perfect. That is 10.
We can count.
That's right. So, let me make sure I didn't miss nothing, and we can edit a lot of this. Boom, 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 boom. Spa like retreat. It's funny that you had that on your list, and it was on this AI generated list as well. Huh? That's pretty good. Okay. All right.
Down.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you, Courtney, as always, for
Thank you.
coming and joining us and talking about bathroom remodels. I'm sure throughout the month we're going to do another session and get some more ideas for design trends, things that are trending, and how to update your bathroom to revolutionize your home.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Sweet.